On this episode of Livin The Dream, Captain Jimmy Nelson is on Florida's Nature Coast at the Plantation on Crystal River. After targeting cobia and doubling up when Jimmy brings one to the surface.
Now you can hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. Oh yeah!
It's double after double all day long. Until Jimmy gets a show-stopping bite.
Good fish. And that's what she was fighting all that time. Man, what a fish. Wow. Doesn't get any better than Baja. Yeah, boy! That's a kingfish right there. Woo! After leaving the plantation on Crystal River, we headed out to our first spot in 20 feet of water and trolled over it before we dropped anchor. Fish on. I think it's a Spanish mackerel. Yeah, little Spanish mackerel got snagged. Doing a little bit of trolling for kingfish, and of course you're gonna run into some Spanish mackerel, their smaller cousin. That's actually a pretty big Spanish mackerel. That's on the Yozuri crystal minnow. That's the real mullet color. It's a color they just came out with this year. It's a brand new color. The big one too. With only catching a few Spanish mackerel, we decided to go ahead and drop anchor and see if we can pull something off the bottom. Oh, there he goes. The right one. He just ran out. Just think I just took the cobia. Yep, sure did. I got a little one. Little cobia. It's the species we're after, but not the size. A little smaller than we wanted. Remora size. See if I can get my hand on his tail. That wasn't the size cobia we were going for, but it sure was a good start. Hopefully we'll get a bunch of big ones today. Yeah, it's a little baby. After releasing that cobia, I dropped down to the bottom and hooked another one up, but this time he brought some friends back with him. Yep. Now he's put, that's a cobia. There's another one with him. Get your line ready to pitch. Nice. It's pretty typical to see cobias schooled up. So when you catch one, be ready to have another rod ready because you will have some other fish following it. That's a good one. Drop it right there. That's a good cobia. Reel it in, reel it in, reel it in. Yeah, there you go. So do the same thing. When he goes for it, don't let him have it. Pull it away, and that's when he'll eat it. Third cobia, third cobia. The little one just ate. There you go. Let him have it, let him have it. Now hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it.
Got him.
Oh, he spit it. I watched him spit it. You gotta be quick. He felt that hook, I think. Now pull it towards him, pull it towards him. There's 4 cobia now, 4 cobia. Look at this.
You might have got it.
Yep.
Might have got it.
Now you can get him. Now you can hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Nice fish.
Not real big, but a lot of fun to catch. I'm gonna put him down here just to be safe. And there it is.
Woo!
Just a baby. Couple little cobias today, but still a lot of fun. I don't think he's gonna make the cut, but we'll measure him anyways just to check. They are one of the best eating fish you'll ever have out here and a lot of fun. She's got a little one she's about to take off. We're gonna let this one go and try to catch something bigger. With neither one of those cobia being big enough to keep, we went ahead and released those and headed out for some red snapper.
Livin The Dream with Captain Jimmy Nelson is made possible by Salt Life. Live salty. Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler. Sea Deck. Your boat deserves Sea Deck. ACR Electronics, the science of survival. And by American Fishing Wire.
After getting to the red snapper spot, I started throwing some chum in the water, and they were instantly on the surface. I mean, we could see them all around the boat. As soon as we both put our lines in the water, we were hooked up. Right back at it with the red snapper. Got a couple cobia this morning, actually 3, and now we're on the red snapper again, getting them to eat off the surface. And I'm sure you guys saw here, they were all schooled up right behind the boat. We had a school of Almaco jacks come up with them and some smaller amberjacks. And they're hot, man. They're fired up. The easiest fish to catch out here. Oh, and one of the strongest for their size too. Really, really good fighters.
And super tasty.
Yep. I'm gonna switch with you. Got him right in the corner of the mouth, so I'm gonna lift him in. Nice.
There it is. Nice double, Jimmy.
Yes. First drop at the next spot. Doubled up on some red snapper.
Great way to start.
Half of our limit right there. Beautiful fish too. He's on. Got him. You gotta love that first hit when they just take off like that. And again, if I didn't mention it earlier, this is the 20 to 40 class Tsunami Elite Series spinning rod with the 6,000 spinning reel. Great combo if you're just flipping stuff right here on the surface for red snapper like that. Normally I'd be fishing on the bottom with like an Ocean Max 9 or something like that, but since they're up top, we're just gonna do it on the spinning reel, catching them about 5 feet below the surface. Whew, look at that. Catching red snapper on the surface has to be one of my favorite things to do in Crystal River. Not only because it's such a rush by catching reef fish on the surface, but you're catching something that you can bring home to eat that tastes amazing.
And they took it. There it is. Woo! Another nice fish. Beautiful day out, it's flat calm, the fish are biting and the sun is shining. What I have here is 40-pound Yozuri top knot leader and a 5/0 hook. There he is, nice red snapper here. Woo! So glad we can keep these guys now. 40 days out of the year.
Look at this, you got one following up, eating everything he's throwing
Yep, you
up.
can grab him for like
Good fish.
bow, good grip it.
There he is. Nice
Awesome.
hefty fish.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to catch a couple on the shrimp, but when you see dolphins show up like that, it's usually not a good thing because they will eat the fish that you're trying to catch. They'll come up here and they'll eat those snapper, or they'll eat those little jacks. When we're snook fishing, I mean, they will slam the snook, the redfish inshore, so they're pretty to look at, but they're not very good for fishing. They do run the fish off. If things get tough, instead of catching them on the surface, just grab a sinker and drop down to the bottom, pull them up that way. Fish on. Got them! All right, they're back. Oh yeah. Dolphin didn't scare him that bad. All right.
Good fish.
And there he is. There it is. Another one. Whew. You know the story out here in Crystal River. Red snapper heaven. Wow, pretty fish. Very pretty fish.
Livin the Dream with Captain Jimmy Nelson is made possible by C&H Lures. Be a winner with C&H Lures. Plantation on Crystal River, the place to stay and play along Florida's nature coast. Yozuri, fish the best. Cayman Islands Angling Club. Come experience sport fishing in paradise. And by Tsunami, awesome tackle. Captain Jimmy and Luiza are at the Plantation on Crystal River on Florida's nature coast. After unwinding by the pool, they hit the water in search of cobia and Florida's infamous red snapper.
It's the right one. Oh, he just ran out. Little cobia. It's the species we're after, but not the size.
Though they made for a fun fight,
You might have got it.
Yep.
Might have got it.
Now you can get him. Now you can hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him.
Oh yeah.
these weren't the size cobia they were looking for, so the team headed further offshore for a fish with a more reliable bite.
Right back at it with the red snapper. After that nice double, we dropped down and did it again. It was just too easy catching those snappers.
Woo!
Good job.
Woo! These are so much fun. I love a fish that can make me work for it.
Let me switch with you here.
This is my kind of workout.
There we go, I'm on.
Awesome.
Doubled you up.
Woo!
Good job. Oh. The fun part about it too is once you're done getting dinner, you can catch and release a few.
There it is.
Strong fish. All right, well, looks the same as the last few. This one might be a little smaller. Some cookie cutters here. The red snapper bite was very impressive, and the best part about it is that we were having a blast out there. The weather was great, we weren't getting knocked all over the place, and we were catching fish. It was just a good time, a good day. Nice.
Whoa,
good job, Luiza.
What a run. Woo!
Did he have any friends with him?
Oh yeah, he had a couple friends with him. Billy, anything over there?
Not yet, but it's gonna happen. That's one thing that's for sure.
I gotta finish.
Like right there. Got him. Here you go. This one is pulling really hard. Seems a little stronger than the last few. We got eyes on Luiza's right here. Oh, and there's mine too. Look at these things. Woo!
Okay, you might have
Those
won
are
this
fatties.
one.
Those are good ones. Yeah, there's some studs. Those are some fatties. Oh, gosh. Woo-hoo.
Be eating good for days.
You're not kidding. I love it.
Oh my gosh. There you go. Got him. Woo!
You're beating me to it every time. I like it. I like it. Now I just got to try to catch up to you. And there he goes. He's biting.
All right.
We're going to get this last little double. Oh!
That's a good one, Jimmy.
If you guys want to do this, a great place to come and do it with great weather, flat, calm water like you see. It's not always like this, but it has been all week, is the Plantation on Crystal River. Beautiful place, beautiful resort, lots of awesome amenities, but my favorite part about it is world-class fishing. And there's Luiza's.
Mine is
She's got
right
hers close.
here.
I'm right behind you. All right.
Looks like yours is a little bigger.
It might be.
All right, so it looks like we have what we need right now, and this one is a little smaller than the ones that we have, so we're gonna release this guy.
We caught a bunch of red snapper, so we decided to make a short move to see if we could pick up some gags. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know if he's gonna keep or not, but he's sure fighting good.
Oh yeah, I can see him from here.
Yeah, I see him
That's how
too.
Clear the
It's a
water
decent
is.
gag. Look at that. There we go. Not a bad fish. That grouper was a little short, so I released him and started over. He didn't quite make it, 23 and a half. Little short.
Nice one.
All right.
Woo!
Let's see if he's got an extra half inch on that last one. Woo! Here we go.
Does it feel like it?
It's another nice gag. We'll see. I got another real quick bite, but this time the fish had some company with him. Oh, look at the size of that king. Oh my gosh. Wow. Did you see
Coming out on the
that?
other side of the boat.
Wow. Holy cow.
That was the longest king I've ever seen.
That was a big king. That was a smoker, guys. He must have smelled all that chum we were putting out.
For Captain Jimmy and Luiza, it's been non-stop action off of Florida's Gulf Coast. In just one day, they've hit 3 species. And while reeling in a gag grouper, Jimmy spotted a massive king. So he decides to rig up for a 4th.
Oh, look at the size of that king! Oh my gosh! Wow! Did you see
Coming out on the
that?
other side of the boat.
Wow! Holy cow!
That was the longest king I've ever seen.
That was a big king. So I released that gag and started rigging up some AFW wire for a king. All right, so we just had a kingfish underneath the boat follow up the grouper that I just caught. Louise and I both dropped down and got cut off, so I'm tying on some of the 69-pound AFW hard wire. I would love to get some of these grouper in here, but if the kings are gonna be cutting us off, I'd much rather bring a king in the boat. So I'm just moving as quick as I can to get some wire twisted up on one of these hooks. And I'm just gonna drop down another pinfish and see if I can get one to hit that live bait again. I got a stinger rig that I just put out and nothing's hit it yet. It's floating on the surface. I think I'm gonna need something live because these guys are a little deeper in the water. But I believe you're about to see some kingfish action here. Hopefully it works out for us. I'm hooking this pinfish right here in the back because he's gonna swim down. He's gonna feel resistance against me. They typically swim down anyways, but that's a way to guarantee that they go the right direction. We'll see if we can get that guy. Whew, that would be nice. Yep, he's on it, he's on it. I watched him eat it. Oh my gosh! Woo! There's another line out. Move everything. Move it all. He's under the anchor rope. He's under the anchor rope. Got a tight drag in one hand. All right, guys. This is what it's all about right here. Follow me this way. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, boy! That's a kingfish right there! Look at that thing go! Oh my gosh! Woo! Son, watched him eat it right below the boat. Messed around and cut us off twice and he got what he deserved. A hook right in his head. And you hooked up too?
Yeah.
Doubled it up, is it a king?
Not sure what it is.
Yeah, you're cutting across the surface too. Nice. You got a smoker over here.
Nice fish.
He's ready, he's laid up. No, you got him still. Got him in his booty. At least he's in the boat.
All right.
Very good. Stay off that anchor rope. Stay off that anchor rope. What a fish. What a fish. Ah! This is what we're out here for. Got the red snapper, I'm gonna try to play with the gags. Made a little move and the kingfish showed up, so we're gonna take what's handed to us. Wow, what a fish. Look at that thing in the water. Here we go, he's nice and close now. Look at that smoker. All right, guys, watch your toes. That is a big king. He's not happy. I'm gonna let him make his mess out there for a minute. Whoo! Give him a little rinse. All right, we got him. Look at that. That's right there where you want to get him to. Missed the meat, put a fillet right there all the way down. And that hook got him right in the corner of the mouth. And there was that kingfish double that we had. A little chaotic, but we made it come together, and I'm sure there's some more down there. But what an amazing day today out of the plantation.
Incredible. We got his and hers kingfish.
Yes, so we're definitely gonna have some kingfish dip for the next few weeks to go along with those red snapper. But what an awesome day. I can't say anything else about that right there, but what an amazing day. Perfect weather, flat calm, and big fish all day long.
With plenty to eat and raw hands to show for their catch, the crew heads back to the plantation to sleep off a good fight. For more fishing and diving action, follow along on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Captain Jimmy Nelson. Livin the Dream with Captain Jimmy Nelson was brought to you by Salt Life. Live salty.